Welcome to my channel, Outside the Levees. I'm Jared Serenay, and today I'm crappie fishing with my buddy Murphy Royer. Murph is a self-proclaimed crappie master who spent the better part of the last 40 years honing his craft. I'm excited to learn what I can from him. Let's get it started. All right. We out here today fishing crappie, or as my buddy Mr. Murphy likes to call them, sac-a-lait. Now down here in South Louisiana, they call a crappie a sac-a-lait. What that means is sack of milk, because the meat is so white and beautiful, it looks like a little delicious bag of milk. So that's what we're doing today, but mostly I'm just here to learn. This is a fish that I don't have readily access to around my house. Our water's just a little bit too brackish, got a little bit too much salt to it. We don't have like a lot of deeper water. I know at some points throughout the year crappie like to get to deeper water, but this is probably my favorite fish to fish for, even though I don't do it often. So I'm here to learn, we're here to have a good time. We haven't seen each other in a while. Let's get some fish.
Well, that's telling me that they're biting. For one thing, even though the water's on the rise and they're hitting it shallow, I'm not too sure what's going on with that, because they should be spawning right now. Maybe they're not quite ready.
So when you come out on a day like today, you're not sure what the fish are doing, you haven't been here in a while, what's the first thing you look for?
Well, the color of the water is good. It's fishable water. Basically, you just got to drop, you know, and around this stuff. But normally, like right now, they should be closer to the bank, because they're spawning right now. They're ready to spawn, so they'll move closer to the bank. But why they got these fish in this deeper water, I'm not too sure, you know.
The method Mr. Murphy was using was to fish around the buckbrush trees that grow out into the water. He uses 9-foot custom rods with hand-tied jigs to drop down into the trees where the fish are staged up. It's a challenging way to fish because your jig or your line is always getting caught on something, but it's a productive technique if you can figure it out.
All right, got it. Come on out of there, fishing. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. There you go. Yeah, you're right. Yes, indeed.
Thought he was bigger than that. He was fighting good. This is what I caught that 3-pounder on right here.
Oh, I got a fish.
There you go.
All right. All I have to do is talk bad about my jig, huh?
Yeah. I had caught on that one. That's why I wanted you to use it. I mean, I knew it was a good jig, because I caught on it before. Yeah, he's too small. I don't want to keep him.
Okay. All right. Come on. Oh, man. Getting in there with him, huh?
Oh. Got off.
Oh.
Yeah, we go to Harvard.
So tell me, when did you first get into sac-a-lait fishing?
Back in the 70s. Probably 75, somewhere around there. But as a child, I was always trying to catch fish in the ditches, or trying to catch crawfish in the ditches, whatever. I'd go to some ponds fishing with whatever I had, and always in there, and I always did love catching fish. You know, I don't know, it's just something about catching that fish. And then as time went on, and I ate the sac-a-lait, and I said, man, this is the fish I want to fish, I want to catch. Because that doesn't have that real fishy taste like some fish do. So that it sold me, you know. Like I've said before, I figured it took me about 10 years to master it. So it's a tough fish. There's a lot of people that can't even catch it. They get frustrated and they just quit fishing.
What makes it a tough fish?
I don't know. They're just smart, I guess. I'm not too sure. I guess it's intelligent, you know. It's like over here in this canal, we had some bites, and you could tell it's like they don't want to. They almost know that it's not real, and they just nibble at it or whatever they're doing with it, and then you miss them.
We might have to reach in there with our hands and get him, huh? Oh.
Get this out of there. So get the net now. Give me the net.
I'm coming. Yeah, get the net, man. Alright, Allie. Alright. Yeah. Ooh, man.
Fighter.
He made us work for it, but gosh, that's a nice one, huh?
He was so good, he wasn't coming off. Oh my God. He wasn't coming off.
That's a nice one. He made us work for it, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's got a Harvard education, huh?
Oh, yeah, Harvard education, buddy. They know. Beautiful fish, man. Look, she's full of eggs. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Big female. Beautiful.
All right, let's get some more.
Yeah.
How you get it to go back down? Long.
Just jig it like that. Just jig it up and just
I
kind
got
of shake it down, and just kind of give it a little, like at the end, just give it a little tug, with the tip. But that'll work it pretty good. Just like that. You just kind of, and then you're gonna go down. See. Got it?
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
Come on. Come on. Oh, red-eye bass. Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
What do we have here? I don't know. Oh, it's big. Oh, you got any drag on this thing? This? You might want to get the net. This nut here, right? This nut?
Yeah, just lift it up and pull your string out.
That's a shoe pick. Big old shoe pick. Oh gosh. A big one. I mean a big.
That's cheap, man. I know. When I was a kid, I stuck my finger in one.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. He made me cry. He brought me down to my knees.
Big old shoe pick. Look at that. That's also what called a bowfin, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's called a bowfin in other places, but we call it a shoe pick. Not what we were intending to catch at all.
Oh.
Golly, look at this guy.
All right, old shoe pick showed up. I think y'all call it a bowfin in other places, but I've never eaten one. I'm sure they're edible. I just didn't feel like fooling with it, honestly. So we put him back, but it's a fun catch. What they say, the tug is the drug.
Got him that time. Got him that time. Yeah, you're right. Got him that time. Little by little, huh? They ain't hot and heavy, but we're getting a few. Oh, man. Got it. Got him another. Oh, I thought I had me a bite too.
Okay, these poles here, I put them together myself. I got a Slater reel here with a little guide here that I made myself. And over here in the center where the string goes through the center, I've got a little stainless steel wire here that I looped to prevent it from rubbing on the pole. It's real smooth stainless, which it prevents from braiding your string. And the tip I invented myself. It's a stainless steel rivet that I got a little steel block, and I hammer it through, and it inverts the end of it right here to where your string is not rubbing on anything sharp. It's all rounded off. 15-pound test cigar line, fluorocarbon. I love it because it doesn't crinkle up too much, and if it does crinkle up a little bit, you just stretch it out real hard, and then it pulls it back out. And I love using that 15 because if you catch something big, you're not going to lose a jig, more than likely. Most of the time you don't lose the jig. And it won't break your line that often, unless if you got a weak line, if you got a weak spot. So that's the reason I like to use the 15. People say that's too thick because the sac-a-lait is too smart for that, but I catch plenty of fish, and I've caught plenty in the past. Okay, these are some jigs that I make myself from scratch. I mold the head, and then I've been using powder coat, which you can see is chipping, but I don't have the heat right just exactly. I had it right a while back, and I see my jigs are chipping again. And I buy the all the things that I do to tie the jig with is I buy it from Barlow's in Texas out there. So everything I got at home, and I make them myself.
What size?
That's a number 8 hook, a 1/32 ounce head.
All right, we got a new color. Mr. Murphy's handmade jigs that he makes at home. All right, little jig, you ready? Let's go get him. Oh, we're just dragging it. Come on. Ain't that something? Yeah, out in the middle. Well, I don't know. What you got, Mr. Murphy?
A Casper Magoo. Mr. Magoo.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a freshwater drum. Then we're gonna give y'all one more Cajun word for the name of a fish. All right, this guy here is called a gasper-goo. It's a freshwater drum.
And they got rubber lips, and it's hard to get your jig out of there. You want to keep him?
Yeah, sure. Gasper-goo.
You can fillet that. You got a white meat.
You see our crappie catching is kind of slacking, so that gasper-goo is gonna add, what, almost a whole pound, a couple fillets, huh? About a pound of fillet, so. All right, gasper-goo, I see you, I appreciate it. I mean, all in all, it's been a really nice weather day. It's really warmed up probably, I'll bet it's 80 degrees with a real light wind. Spring is definitely here. These fish should be spawning, which I'm sure they are. It's just there's something a little off, and who knows what it is. Maybe it's just an afternoon bite right now. I mean, this is work for me and Murphy, though. You know, we working right now, if y'all can't tell, okay? We working hard. Put together some really good videos for y'all. So please subscribe and make it all worth it for us. Thank you.
It's the white sac-a-lait, not the black. They get real long, and then when they're spawning, they get pretty thick. during the spawn. They feed real hard before they spawn. They get real thick on the back. The blacks do also. This is a male. He's got some color showing already, right? Like you can tell right here underneath the belly right here. He's kind of dark. He's just getting ready. The blacks spawn first, and then the whites move in after. Well, I thought it was going to be better than that because we got a front coming through, and normally when ahead of a front like that, we usually do pretty good. I'm not quite understanding what's going on because to me it should have been good today, and we right at that full moon, which they bite at the full moon because they're ready to spawn. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's so hard. They like women. They have a mind of their own.
Man, Mr. Murphy sure put on a clinic. Me, not so much. But sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to put yourself in the company of someone who's better than you at something. So not only do you learn, but you're also humble. So now I can take some of the things I learned from Mr. Murphy today and go out into an area where I think I can catch crappie and try some of the things he showed me. Now, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. It's the subscribe button right down below this video. Getting more subscribers is going to be crucial to getting this channel to survive, and I appreciate everyone who's done it so far. Also, go ahead and like the video and hit the notifications bell down below so you know when I put out a new one. All right, we'll see y'all soon.